Hello and welcome to Opally Hour and day 3 of our Santa Factory 3D wooden clock build. Alright, so my battery has run out on the clock. How unfortunate, right? From my viewpoint anyway. Now the funny thing is I actually don't have any more AAAs, so again, how unfortunate. So nevertheless, I don't have my clock working right now. I will get some ordered and do it, but I have not yet. So at the end of step 10, I was meant to put this in and I did not. It's got some notches at the top here and it fits in here. I haven't tried it yet. I've got hiccups, sorry. And it just goes in like so. So it's quite, not overly tight fit, but it is there. Right, moving on to 11. So that's where we are. Clock is still and quiet. It still has the battery inside, but I've tried 4 different others in there. So it's either the clock is broke, probably not, or it's the fact that none of my AAAs are any good anymore. So we are going to, in step 11, make a tree. So we are starting, we have 3 different types of trees. We have the small ones, these are the same but slightly taller, and then we have the 2 with the stars. So first of all I'm going to start with the star one because that seems logical. Did paint it green, slightly different shade of green. I mean, trees aren't the same shade all the way around. So I'm going to pop a star one in, and then opposite this will be the other star one. But if I can push this one in, come on, you can do it. Wow. All of these cogs are the same size. Then we will have a little one of these next to it. Don't know what's easier really. I just don't think there's particularly an easy way to do these. So just make sure they're all facing the right way. Not the easiest things to put in. Then we are going to have our one of the tall ones. All lined up. All the cogs were the same numbers, but it makes me feel like they're different, but they're not. Then another small one. So get that one in. So these are all just painted green, except for the little star on top, which is gold, not yellow. More fingers and thumbs. Yeah, quite a tight fit by the way. But I can see this one. Oh, there it went. Just getting the angle right, I think, sometimes. Okay. So this one definitely needs to go in more. So it will touch on here, it will touch the other one. Then it will be the one with the star. I'm going to do that one afterwards. I'm going to start working from this side now instead. So a little one. Come on, fella. It's going to be a little one. Then the large one without the star. And another little one, and finally the one with the star. So it's got 8 pieces on this tree. I think the last one I did, which was a regular one, where I had to make it, had 6 pieces. So this is quite a detailed tree. once it goes in, it's very prickly to hold as well. As you can see, it's got quite a few rather juttery edges here. There we go. Then we'll have a small one. I'd like to say it's easier as you get through, but it's really not. It actually quite hurts my hands. They're very pointy. And lastly, this one will go in. Let me get them in because it's going to take me, actually this one will probably be easier. I was going to say it's going to take me a moment. It might do because it's getting prickly all over the place now to do. Anyone who says a tree isn't prickly, it really is. I'll be back. Okay, and that's done. So it looks like so. Just doing a double check on them all, make sure they're all in. And then we go into here, which I'm not 100% sure how easy that's going to be either. Oh, and the girls, I got an update on that as well. Should have done that before I started this step, shouldn't I? So I can see that these two are out. There we go. Right, I haven't pointed towards me 1 second. Went in a lot easier. And that's how it's looking. Girls. Okay, so there was a hole at the back of this one, which was similar to where the Santa one went down here. There was another one on here. There was a hole. In the main picture at the front, it has them inside the house, but that is also where they don't have the cut. You can see that there's one showing just here. Poking through, but that was also the one which had it doesn't have the calendar or anything, and also it only has one present down here, and you've got a couple at the top there. Very different to what we're doing, but still similar. Everything that we're doing, it seems there's a bit extra to it, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, that is step 11 complete, and how delightful does that look? So I'm really happy that I put the girl up here and the other one down here. Quite happy that I did that. So next we are going to make our numbers for the numbers, and we are going to have a clock as well, and we will be putting in candy canes too. So we'll need wood glue for this, so I'm going to get this started. So what we do is we have this with this one, just did this one white. I started off doing it silver, and then I changed my mind. Probably doesn't need anywhere near that amount of glue. You can see it's silver on the back here. And then I'm going to put this one in here, and we will get it on, but I'm not going to put any numbers in yet. And do you remember that house where the roof just pops off? That is where you're meant to store all your numbers. So there you go. So the numbers you're not using, you just store them there. And one here. But I want this to dry before I even think about putting the numbers in. Should have got the tops of it white as well, and we're going to be sticking all of this on the model, but I want to give this a minute. So this is the start of step 12. Okay, and I want to give that a moment, but what we can do while that's doing its thing is put these other pieces on. So let's see where they are going. So the clock, this one, is going to go up here. Just double checking myself. Yeah. And it says 2 o'clock, so it's always 2 o'clock. And that's a very crooked 2 o'clock. So like so. Then this is going to be going over here. So I'm not 100% sure where this is going to catch, so I'm just going to run a few beads across. So something like so. In fact, the best way to make sure none of this falls is to have it flat here. And to have it reasonably straight. Okay. Then these candy canes go in here, which also aren't on the outside drawing. And they go inside. It's up to you which way round they go, being that they're not really showing anyway. And you might even do it at a slight angle like that. What do you think? Makes sense, wouldn't it? Make sure that they're the same then. And then this can go on, and you want it so the hole to put the numbers on is towards the top, and that's just going to go here. So again, I'm not 100% sure where it's going to touch. So I'm just going to put some glue on. So basically all you're doing is avoiding the front of the door. And I'm going to just cover up any gaps that we have. So I'm going to leave that to dry for a moment, and then we can put some numbers in, and the rest of the numbers go in where this roof is loose. So we will do that, and then we will move on to step 13. So I'll be back in 1 second to finish up 12. Okay, it's not dry, so I'm not going to put the numbers in yet, but I will be able to by the end of today. So what I'm going to do, but it would be enough that I can turn it up, is you want to take this off, which is going to be not the easiest. But I guess if you pull this back a little bit, then you can do it. So I want to keep a 0 out. And a 3 because it's the 3rd of December today. However, by the time you see this, it's going to be the 4th. So I'm going to pop all the rest of the numbers all back in here. I think you could do with less numbers. I don't think you need them all. You're never going to have 99, are you? So I don't think you need some of them, and you just pop them inside like so, and then pop this back in like so. Oh, missed one. Well, we can post them, but you have to take the whole lid off, so I'm going to leave those around here. So actually I'll just leave them there, because the next parts we do is number 13. Nope, number 12. That was 11. No, it was 12. My fault. We're going to move on to 13. Okay, so for 13 you don't need the model. In fact, 13 and 14 you don't need the model at all. First of all, we are going to make a cart. I would have painted this red, to be honest with you, but as anyone knows, my red has gone. I no longer have any. However much I want to try, and I think, if I remember rightly, I am short a wheel as well. Don't know why. It obviously fell out. Probably the dog had it, and that ended that. I did get these done because I originally had done these, so I'm not going to change that. We are going to put these through the bottom holes up this way, so the bigger holes through here, all the way through, like so, followed by these on the smaller ones. They just slip in there, and one of these for, oops, up the other way again, the outer ones, and do that twice. You see where it's going, can't you? It's quite straightforward, this part. We like straightforward. Just got to line everything up, which doesn't take too much. And exactly the same with this. So should have painted the inside of these too. Maybe when I get some red I'll go back over and do that and take it apart and just put the red on the inside or something. I will get some red in. Just need to get an order it really. Keep forgetting. Gotta love the memory. Okay. And then, because I'm short of a wheel, Juliet, I'm sure that must be where it is because I don't know otherwise. I'm going to put 3 on one and 4 on another. Obviously, if you have all your wheels, you won't be doing that. And I'm just going to make sure my one with 3, my little cart with 3, goes elsewhere. The wheels don't move. So, I mean, I might just keep them brown. They look okay. I mean, if you were making one of these, you might paint it red, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, mine's just got a red bottom to it. Because I had already done that. I don't know what I thought it was, actually, why I did it red, but I did. And that is all there was to step 13. So we have one with 4 wheels, the right way, and then one 3, the wrong way. Right, next we will move on to step 14. Okay, step 14, let's put these to one side, are all about boxes. Now I have coloured them now. I hadn't coloured them when I spoke with you last, but I have colours to hand, oops, in case they need more. So all of them have like little bow on top. Most of them have got ready colour in between or pink or what have you, and all we are doing is this is going to go in the middle. Won't put that in yet, I guess. Do this to the outside, have one like this, and I just got pens ready in case I need to go over anything. So I'm going to pop this one in here like so. Not that easy. Quite a tight fit. And there's 9 of these to do, all different styles, so it's going to take a moment. So what I'll do is I'll do one of each type. Don't know what I got in line actually. I'll do one of each type. Don't know what to put on first, whether to put this piece or the other one. I should have put gold on the bottom. Oh, you're not going to see the bottom actually, so ignore that. Okay, and then this one. Like so. Make sure it's all in okay. And then pop the top on. Okay. So we have a gift. Looks very wobbly ribbon on this one, and then followed by our little bow at the top here, like so. So if you wanted to go over any colours, if you decided to colour it, now's your chance. Remember, we're not going to see the bottom particularly. It does make me think this is a different blue, but I think we'll be fine. Okay, like so. Let me see what size the next one is. So you've got 3 different sizes. This one looks, I think, pretty much identical. That one may be 2. This one's slightly different, certainly bigger. So I've got a green one here. But the same principle is there. So you've got a bottom. So this one's a tall one. Going to be going in. And then you've got your sides. Get rid of the blue. When I can get it in. And there's 3 different, like I say, 3 different types. They all have just varying heights. I think the bases are pretty much the same, not much in it. Might be slightly different size tabs, but the principle's all the same. Okay, and this one. Almost. This one I don't think needs any extra colour, so I think we're okay. And followed by the top. And for this one, it doesn't matter which way it goes on. The other one did have a slight difference in the tabs. These ones are wider, those ones are shorter. But this one seems all the same. Okay, like that. And then for this, it has a little pink top. This one I don't really think needs any extra paint in. So let me get the rest of these done. We have been very colourful on this, I think. So I've got a pink one here, all the same principles. Sometimes it has different in the middle, but generally they're the same principle. Should I do one more for you? Okay, so this one is different. You can see it's wider at the bottom, so make sure you have your colours all going the right way. I think this one's this way up. Let's see. No, this is a wider tab, so the wider tab, and you've got the thin one. Thin one goes towards the bottom. This one goes in here like so. And then we have another one. Let's use the end first, shall we? Plus it did have the design of the ribbon, by the way, on there. So I did actually do the whole gold thing before I ever popped them out, and it was only after I popped them out that I did all the rest of the colours, including hopefully the edges, but I can imagine that I forgot some because it was quite late last night when I was doing this and getting it ready. Coming into the season where it just gets busy for everyone, doesn't it? Plus I am looking after my sister's putty cat this week, which is a whole another story. Not that I mind, I really don't. Just a little bit extra time. She's so cute, she's a very old cat. I have to get her out of bed because that's where she wants to spend all her time. This one doesn't fit quite as well as the others have been. Turn it around. Easier to press when it's flat, to an extent anyway. Go. Pop the top on. Just got to make sure your colours, whatever colour you do them, and of course it doesn't come with any colours, so you could just leave them all wood colour, and that would work too. But if you happen to be doing this with a child, which I think one could, you could be quite inventive on colours with them. That said, it's probably not the easiest put together. As you can see, I'm struggling. So a child may, but they probably have stronger hands than I do at the end of the day. Oh, where's my little thingy? There it is. I need my hook. Can't quite get this one lined up enough. Wow, this one looks like it's in all sorts of trouble, doesn't it? Whew. Feel like I'm having a workout. Okay. Okay. Whew. And that goes in like so. There's gold on the edge of this one. Was late, like I say. Silly me. Okay, and that's not all the way down either. Like so. Alright, I'm going to do the rest. Okay, so for 14, this is what we end up with. Of course, a red would have been perfect in there, but we don't. This was meant to be yellow. It looks more mustard. That's okay. Could have put another yellow line around there as well, being it's quite a big one. So you can see these are a lot taller. And then you've got the 3 small ones, 3 medium and 3 quite tall. I think I'm tempted to put another line going around there. Ooh, I don't know. Would our normal parcel? Probably not. Okay, we're just going to go with it. All right, and that's the end of step 14. So you end up with 9 parcels after the end of that. Let's move on to 15. Okay, so all we have to do is find a place for everything. So this is probably fine to put in now. So as today is a 3rd, wow, these are quite tight fit. I'm not going to push it all the way to the bottom because I think I'm going to have trouble getting it out. But I'm going to keep number 4 to hand to save me trying to get it out tomorrow. I'm sure as they go in more often it's going to be easier, but leaving a slight gap at the bottom here so I can get a hook underneath it to change it, because I think it's going to be easier. Right, that can go up there. So where are we going to put everything? What they have is they have the 2 cars in front of the gurn, one like this, one like so. I'm not going to stick mine down because when I get more red I think I'm inclined to paint them again. Then they have parcel wise, they have quite a few over here, but I don't want to hide my girl. They have one right at the front, a short fat one. What else do they have? They have some up here, which we can do, and some up here. So these we will glue in because I'm not going to do anything to these. So I'm going to find my tall ones, which is these ones. A nice blue one. Let's have that up here. An angle. And then we can have the bit yucky mustard coloured one. I obviously picked up the wrong pen. It was late at night. I did think even late at night that it wasn't looking so yellow. Then we can have this nice blue one, could be our front one, right by the tree. Then we could have a, I don't really know what colour that is, so it's like a very shiny blue. Have that over this side. Have our purple one back here. Maybe here. No, let's put it back here. And we put a, don't really want a blue one there. Let's put you at the top here, mate. What about green one? Down here. I mean, they do have them stacked, but it's kind of difficult to stack them when they've got their little bows in between, isn't it? But I'll tell you what, we should probably have the bows facing forward, not backwards. Come here. Same with you. I know you wanted to stay. Let's start to stick that one had. There we go. Yeah, we've got all the bows going forward now. Then we can have this one. It's a smaller one, so maybe we can push you back a little bit and have you in front. And it's not like the tree moves or anything, so, but I don't want to go much further forward. And maybe underneath the stairs. Why not? Okay. So that's how I'm going to organise them. You might want to organise them differently, but that, my friends, at the end of 15 is us complete. So everything's in except for the cars. And like I said, just because I will want to repaint them when I get more more red in. Okay, you are sticking out, my friend. I think okay, I think I'm alright with that. Okay, let's get us zoomed out. Okay, and this is how we end up looking after all said and done. So totally completed. I think it looks quite cool, really. I'm so glad I added colour to it, and I didn't put more colour on. I think if I've put more on, it would have been a lot more difficult. Like I say, quite happy with how I put my parcels really as well. And the carts, well, what I'll probably do is have one more under here, I think. Where did that go? So I'll probably have one more towards the back here, so it just pokes through. Maybe one in that far corner in front of the reindeer, but I don't think I'll do that. But maybe one at the bottom of the stairs just here. And that would do that. So what I have over is a brand new block of wax, always handy, keep hold of them. Didn't use it at all on this one, so not sure why we had wax, because there's no moving parts other than the clock, and even that stopped working, so that's okay. And when I get new batteries I will test it and I'll let you guys know, but at the moment that's where we stand. So that is that. So what do we have coming up next? Let's have a quick look. We have, my friends, pop me to one side 1 second. I will bring you back 1 second. Right, back to that. Postman came. It wasn't even a parcel for me, it was somebody else. Oh well, got all excited. Right, we are doing one of these again. So anyone who's seen this knows that I've done a few. I've done this one, gosh, I think I've done another one on here. I'm pretty sure I have. And this time we are doing this one here, the Merry Christmas one. So that is the one we are going to be doing. But like I said, I've done a couple of these. I've definitely had issues with my electrics. So we will get that tested on the get-go even, and see how it's looking. But that's where we're going to start off. I know I've done another one of these. I just can't think which one it is. Anyway, whatever. That's what we have coming up for our Christmas. It arrived in time. Actually arrived yesterday afternoon. So perfect timing for it. But that is what we have for our completed model, which I think is looking lovely. Alright, so any comments are very much appreciated. I'll always get back to you. And I really do appreciate them. I love interacting with you guys. I think it's wonderful to be able to know that people are watching and answering any questions or helping if I can. I can't say I always can, but I do keep all the magazines for every one of my models. Yeah, so like I say, any comments are very much appreciated. When I just leave the mouse in the middle of the table, and I will get back to you anyway, as I was trying to say. Then we will be back with that new model coming up next. I have another one on the way too, so we don't have to get to that winter one yet, so that will be a New Year one instead. Or in between Christmas and New Year, even better, right? Most of all, take care of yourselves. Do like and subscribe if you haven't already. Appreciate everyone who has, and I will see you all again for a new build. Take care everyone. Bye bye now.